Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about a very prominent sector, which is railway. There is recent news came out for this sector where one company received a order from another one. That is going to be interesting. So before I do that, I have a small request for all of you. Whoever is visiting my channel first time, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will get the notification when there is a new video uploaded. Okay, with that, let's get it started. So the news is Ircon receives an order 750 crore from RVNL. So Ircon and RVNL both are PSUs, and I in railway sector RVNL is a major player, which is 1 lakh market cap company. Ircon is 30,000 mid cap company. So one PSU is receiving order from another one. That is interesting part. So money and profit both stays with the government. So now, before we jump into the details of Ircon, why I'm calling this, by the time when you look at that title, you would have understand Ircon is going to be a multi-bagger. So why I said this, because it is following the footprint of RBNL. So RBNL, now before we jump into the Ircon, we have to just look at shortly in RVNL. Where RVNL today? RVNL is not only a railway infrastructure company. It's a very big company. It has a diversified its operations or business into different businesses. Today, if you see that all-time high and making 2,763% profit to the investors, that is very huge. It's already a multi-bagger. So what I'm saying is, which is already a multi-bagger, why can't we just bet on something which is following its path and going to be a multi-bagger tomorrow? So let's look at Ircon. So Ircon today, uh, it's giving 686% an all time within, I think it is it has been introduced in 2018, and from that moment to this, in 6 years it has delivered 693%. बहुत- it's very big return. Every year it has given a consistent 100% return to the investor. That is fantastic. Now, before we now go to the details of a technical or fundamental analysis, so we can just see what kind of business Ircon does today. So, if you go to their website, you will find out their projects, what kind of projects they are into. And first thing is, if you look at that, they are operating in two different geographical no locations. One is domestic within India. They are operating, they are working in railway and different no segments. So they are working on railways, highways, building flyovers, buildings, electrical, even signaling. Similar line of work they have expanded into, multinationally. So in a recent news, I saw somewhere, so they got some project in JV, it's joint venture in Middle East. So they have started working outside India. So Ircon, in among the railway infrastructure company, there are many. One of them is Ircon is the only company which has a footprint outside India. That is a fantastic, and this is a plus point for this if you compare with the RVNL. So RVNL is a very big company which is receiving order from Indian Railway government, and those orders may be, let's say, 10,000 crore or 5,000 crore. And so those orders are getting executed by another PSU, which is Ircon kind of companies. Then they will be executing and receiving the money. So both are PSUs. So we can bet or not on Ircon by looking at their details. So if you look at the details, okay, so if you see there, uh, today is a 324, which is 52 weeks high. By the time you see the video, or this news is already on the newspaper or in internet, so it will be 5%. It is 5% up, or maybe upper circuit, you can see. But this is not end of it. Okay, there may be multiple chances you can get into that, or you can catch hold of it. So now, if you look at this PE ratio for this stock, Ircon International, P ratio is 31. 31 is favorable for all the investor. This is not big, it's very good, and this is not overvalued today. So if you compare with this P ratio with their peers like RVNL P ratio is 78, which is almost more than double than Ircon International. So the valuation of Ircon International is favorable. It's good, not too high. So based on that, that is one condition. Like mean, this is very good. And then we can look at that. If you go back and see here, what are the details, so what is good for the company is working, what is not working, we can look at that in the details, so that it will be helpful to make the decision to invest or not. But whenever I'm saying this video is only for educational purpose, this will guide you for choosing the right stock. So don't just go and buy, but if you want to buy, just wait for this correct time. There will be a correction, healthy corrections in the market, you can just buy in the deep. But this is not a buying or selling suggestions. So if you look at that their finance today and their book, order book and the accounting and all, then you will be able to understand where the company stand. So if you look at that liabilities, there is no much liabilities in this company. The promoters have not pledged a significant amount of their shares. That is very good. Revenue recognition is also there. They are converting this profit into cash and other incomes. If you have a core business of, let's say, rail infra or building and other things, apart from that also you are making money or profit on top of that. That is means it is added advantage to the company. Depreciations, any company they have assets and they have depreciable assets or not, so that has very less in this company. Promoter holdings within 90 days, it's not getting sold, so that is also good. Capex and ROI, you can see that it is consistently growing after year. Then working capital seems to be very under control, and sale growth is also increasing. So by looking at this, I think there is only debt. But in business you have to get some loan to execute your project. So loan is not too bad if you have not very big book of loan, that is good. So now we can see that there is uh, how revenue is how the revenue works for them. So they are getting revenue from the most of part is from railway, this is 90% of it, and building 1.6 and 7.9% from highway. So they are in making highways, building railway infrastructure. And if you look at the location wise, like I said, it's operating in Middle East also. So rest of the world, the revenue is coming from 5.1 from the rest of the world and 94.6 within domestic. Even you can see that okay, the profit breakup also, India is 83.3 and others in 16.3, that is good. But the plus point of this company is they are operating outside India also. There is a huge opportunity for the company which is operating outside. In the world there are multiple companies of railway structure, but there are few company which operates outside their own country, which Aircon has a very good advantage in this. So but if you look at that uh, order book, right, if any company how they are going to operate today, how they are operating we have seen, but how they are going to continue their operation in coming future, let's like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, based on the order book. If you look at their order book, if this is healthy, that is the perfect place you have to get in. So if I have to so let's say you can read those informations, like say what kind of business and all they are doing. But if you see 30,000 market cap, revenue is 12,000 crore, and their order, if you look at their order book today is 32,500 crore, more than their market caps. So 1 year 12,000 revenue they are generating. So even they are not getting new order in 3 years, not getting any new order in 3 years, they should be working flawlessly. So because 32,500 crore they have order book, so 73% of it coming from the railway and 21% is coming from the highways and 6% from others. So and 9% of overall their order is coming from internationally. And recently and Ircon has got into the JV, multiple JV, where one of them is renewable energy. So if you look at that future plan, then you will come to know that renewable power sector established 500 mega solar plant with the JV. So that government in Modi ji is very aggressive in making renewable energy, and their sector, there are so many companies in the sector, and this in Ircon International is getting into that. That is also very good for this company. So if you look at the order book, that is very very healthy. So by looking at their order, financial the fundamental all looks very prominent for me, and for that I have actually, not only I'm telling you, you can go ahead and invest. I have done it. So I, if I have to show, let's say this Ircon, right? So I have invested, I think 1 year back, and I can see this. My price was 7 8. Quantity I have 780, and price was 170. When it was 170, I had invested into that, and I'm sitting a healthy profit of 80%, which is 1,07,000 rupees. So not only that, I'm saying not only RVNL can give you a multi-bagger return, even the Ircon can give you a multi-bagger return. So based on that, all parameter looks good for me. You can bet on that, but do your analysis. Don't just buy whatever I say. Do one more thing, guys. Budget is coming this month later sometime. So government is going to announce some budget for railway for sure. So that after that moment, you're not gonna catch any railway stock for that matter. So Ircon is very, it's the right time to get into that. But railway का budget आने के बाद probably you will not be able to catch the price. So think about it, and let me know what do you think about this stock. Thanks for watching.